So again, she said what she said. So I told y'all the original masculine energy that they kidnapped and trafficked, which is a conflict of interest now. If they even kidnapped the marriage and took it and gave it to somebody else, still a conflict of interest. None of these people. I was hearing somebody saying earlier, page like some of y'all begging to sit at a table that God orders you to flip. The only thing about these are all demons. You've created a race of demons and raised them up against humanity, or a race of mankind, and then you had probably with the Father. All right, all of these people that we talking about, these is people that was with. These is people that was with Epstein that was doing all that shit that they said that Epstein was doing either by themselves or to or with. Do you understand what I'm saying? This was somebody that got lost in the sauce with some bitches. Now, somebody was talking about hoes and different, like I said, somebody went the wrong way. We ain't the same. If they took the marriage and the man and they left me with something like in the likeness of the man, and these people were working as the crown all this time. Like I said, I didn't hear Diana. I didn't hear Elizabeth while she was living say these things about Diana. So I can't trust what they writing in here. Diana supposed to be dead. What do Diana have to do with anything that we talking about? That's what I'm telling you. The real thing is they was using the image of Diana with the image of me, and possibly the relationship that I was having with the Mohammed boy about a car crash. That could have just been them spying on me while they had the marriage, or while they had this masculine energy on their side, and they were referring that. But you want me to be a Diana to die, or so that I don't have the power that I have as an Elizabeth, the end, and I'm not taking it. So you do what I'm. None of these people are legit, and they can talk all they want, but the people already running your fucking DNA. The higher powers that you cannot manipulate. We ain't talking about parliament. We talking about above that. Because the parliament is the partial energy that's dealing with the parhams that allowed them to keep underway or manipulate the people that kind of maybe gave up their crown, or they didn't have a crown, because I'm the only one that was born with a crown. So even if this is the father or an uncle or something, these people could have been jealous. Do you understand? They had to take another route. They can't claim the crown. But while these people were in the background learning about the royal family, they figured out a way to try to kidnap me. Kidnapping can also be a form of mental manipulation to a kid or a goat or a child or whatever, and then put them to sleep, basically, so that you can do things around them that they can't see, or blindfold them, or a blind spot or something like this while you work on them. Also, this could have been kidnapping someone, making it like they were in jail or dead or something like this, while these people work with the body. This body is supposed to be something that comes to life, offers up information, valid. It's scattered people that offer up the truth or valid information so the real king can come and reign and sit on the throne. But I'm pretty sure they paid these people off. And in the past 7 years, when I first started this awakening, y'all been over there in the White House. You've been in Canada. You've been in the UK manipulating all of the information. You've been messing with sealed documents, classified information. You've been dealing with sacred knowledge over there with the Native Americans in the West. Yes, you have. And after Rihanna cut the cord with the crown in the in some parts of the islands, you was down there doing this shit too. None of these people is relevant when we talk. I'm the only person that's relevant when we're talking about what we're talking about. I just don't have the information, and I don't feel connected to, nor do I talk to these people anymore. I don't know these people. This could even be the forever young. The forever youngers are under judgment. This is also your fake Jesus has been protecting these people. I could have been supposed to be one, but they separated me by making me be mature and have to raise a family. And these people were the ones that was able to put their fetuses in other people and have them carry them, the brooding vipers or the snakes, so they can come back and pick up these kids and claim them with our DNA attached to them. The same thing they did in Damsel. It wasn't cutting your hand. They show that in the movie. cutting your hand or cutting off your right hand man or the person that's connected to you. Could have been a spouse, could have been a best friend, could have been somebody that you don't even know that worked in the higher rankings that was always fighting for you, or when people brought up things in the background that you couldn't see or hear, they're supposed to say something, so they cut them or cut them off, like with Leopold energy. This the same thing. They show you images in the book of Leopold cutting off those people's hands. No, this was like in the Golden Compass when they was cutting people off from their genius or from their demon. It's something that you're born with. It's yourself. It's a part of yourself that you're born with. Okay? When they go putting that creamy stuff in your eyeballs, your baby's eyeball when they're in the hospital, this is another way to cut you off from that spiritual tie or that spiritual energy, is through the eyes. You understand what I'm saying? And it's funny because look, we got coming apart here. All right? This could be somebody that's also, if these are galactic or cosmic beings or something, you were placed here on this earth. You're not even born like regular people. You were placed here on this earth with a mate or a match. And these people are holding on to that match and using them, and using them for their own cause. So I was just looking at Eternal video, and I noticed that it was on 404. And remember, I kept saying, I'm seeing that 404 card. This person, somebody's acting stupid, like, I don't know why I can't get with you or something, or I can't, because you slept with somebody, you was in a binding contract with me, and you slept with somebody else that want to be me. And this person was with you when you were having sex or doing something weird with those boys in that initiation ritual for whatever secret society you're applying for, whoever this is. And when you did that, you disconnected yourself from my energy. And now you own something else, more of a lower realm king. Or I don't even call these kings. These are knights. They're all knights, wannabe kings. You put yourself in a lower standard. So I heard she said what she said. Yeah, somebody got holes in different area codes. Why is that? Don't worry about me because you won't have me. You don't worry about me because you won't have me. Nigga, you beneath me now. We ain't a match. You already did something to go against whatever it is, the code or the universal law or whatever it is we were placed here to do. By fucking with something beneath me. Because you wanted, and I'm telling you, this is somebody that couldn't have wanted to be me or wanted to be you. Period. Okay? So we got the gentle guardian. They're like, oh, this person is loving or something. I am a Venus energy. I am love. It's motherfucking self. You understand? But why are you showing love to people? That's why I said when people are like, you still got to go around your family. If my cousin shot me, motherfucker, I'm not going around you. If you shot me with a bullet, if you shot me with an arrow, if you shot me with a camera to try to put it on the dark web to humiliate me or make money off of me, I can't fuck with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? They think that they put a lion in deep freeze. This is about passion, bitch. Look up the word passion and think about the passion of Christ. That was about anger and rage as well. Okay? There's going to be an ending for some people here. Okay? Somebody think they the big bad wolf. Y'all all illegitimate. Everybody that got something to do with the crown, everybody that knew that I existed and you didn't say nothing, you got blood on your hands, you illegitimate. Anybody that thought it was a good idea to, instead of put me on, because I was closely connected to Elizabeth when she was supposedly dying. Okay? And anybody that went along with that, putting Charles up, I told y'all in the videos when they did the coronation. Go back to my coronation videos if they still up. I told you what was going to happen. It's an ending. Because Charles could just even be a version of this father. And he could have a Charles clone. And this is the people that was trying to end something for me. And it's just going to end something for them. And this dummy version that they had. Or they're planning on not having this dummy version. They're going to try to remain... they're going to try to end me being included in something altogether, or with this voodoo energy in reverse. They don't want to end something for the dead person, the corpse that they walking around with, that they won't bury, that they killed, that they control them with mind control. They're going to try to put an ending to me. All right. But we see that the deep freeze or whatever this is, because these people are foreign. They're not royals. They don't have it in their DNA. They cannot defeat the royals using the royal court, in the royal courts, in the royal assets. You cannot. You a thief sitting in. It's like coming home and finding somebody living up in your house and your name and stuff is still intact on the title and on your ID. And these people sitting up in your fucking house talking about it's theirs. Only thing is, they could have locked up all the men that's supposed to be the guards of mine while I'm still here fighting my way to the crown or the throne. You see what I'm saying? Or sitting on this particular throne. All right, on the American side. They've locked up or sent these people away to El Salvador, to Honduras, to these places. All right? So these are people that's licensed to kill anybody that fuck with me like that. That's why I've never really had no real issues, or I've never had to see anything horrible. But now somebody want me to experience that, but it's not in the vocabulary for my breed. So why are you trying to make me go through something that I'm not supposed to? To prove what? How horrible you are? And that you got the evil eye or something like this towards me? It don't make no sense. That you've been a flying monkey all this time and you claim to be my best friend, my sister, my cousin, my mother, my father. Yeah, we got this Adele energy in the reverse here. All right, they could be matching up this Adele energy with, see, because I told you, Michael Jackson and Prince ain't nothing but Maurice and probably James Thomas and Maurice Thomas or whatever, Bruton Thomas or whatever this is. These are, okay, Darnell was more the playboy, the cousin. None of these, they are brothers, but they don't look alike, okay? They are supposed to be brothers, but they don't look alike. So these are just the clones of these people. The industry, these people in the industry cannot claim what we're talking about. They can only go from the industry down into the dark. They cannot go up in the ecclesiastical or in the priesthoods and take from the people that was born to be priests. You cannot have, I don't care how famous you is, how many people like you in the movies, it don't. How you asking me? Because this is media, and you all tried to rise up against me as the mother, and that's why you're not going to be going there too. So their ticket in was me, not my image, not my finances, not my crown, not the throne, not my friends, not my body, not the people that grew up with me, that's supposed to be working for me, or they were gifts to me as a little baby queen. We're not talking about any, you can't use any of that. We got soulmate energy in the upright here. Okay. This could also be somebody in 88 that left to become a boss, or somebody that matches up people with soulmates or twin flames. Like this could be a, what can you call a Cupid energy, a lover boy energy, something like this, okay? In the star seed, these two people could be in the upright, okay? This could be, like I said, like this lover boy, Yaba hearts energy or whatever this is, okay? They could be linking up some type of making, or this has something to do with twin flames or whatever energies here. Now, I feel like this karmic male in the reverse, they could have been trying to, now this person is in reverse. He was just in the upright, right? Now he in reverse. But I think it's because this person tried to get this unexpected money of mine. Because somebody just sent me the song, I Just Can't Wait to Be King. All right? But I feel like this person is about to get a rude awakening. It's a storm coming towards somebody for trying to blaspheme or move their way or kidnap or keep somebody in a because a lot of these terms that we use, like, oh, they locked them girls up in the basement for 20 years. And you say, well, why they didn't run? Why when the man went to the grocery store or something, why these girls didn't just run? Was you chained up? No, we were just locked in the basement. You know, so somebody went and left the house and went to work for 8 hours and y'all wasn't chained up in the basement. Y'all didn't kick down the door and leave, because we're talking about something in a mental, like, we're talking about like mind programming or brain, you know what I'm saying? Like being in a box, but you don't know you in a box. You know, you just waking up realizing there's limitations. There's so much more I could be doing. You know, and then you start peeling away the layers of something that a cage or a box or something that somebody put around you to cause you restrictions. This could be, you know, you can only get low paying jobs. You classified or whatever, or you could get a higher paying job, or you have the skills, but somebody want to keep you small so that they can keep control of how much money you bring in so that you can't make it, you know what I'm saying? All right. And now we have to worry about the internet, because people can basically block you on the internet. Like, okay, you think when you a little kid, when your mom say, don't go in that kitchen no more, and you a baby and you trying to get around or something, and she stand in front of the doorway or something and stop you from going in, like, nope, go back the other way. You can't go in here or something like this. You know, when you go to school, though, you have to learn different because a teacher can't really put their hands on you. You know, a child could get up and storm out the classroom. If the teacher put their hands on them, there could be a lawsuit. It could be a problem. You see what I'm saying? So you had to cause a mental restrict. Like if you wanted to be bad or show out or something, do you really want to walk out that class? Because you might end up in the principal's office. You know what I'm saying? Do you really? Because you know, I used to be when in high school. It'd be like a teacher would come up with a strict rule about the bathroom, and some people just wanted to get out because they did want to roam the hallway, and they'd make a big. I gotta pee. I could leave here. My mom said if I gotta go to the bathroom, I could go. You know what I'm saying? And they was going out there, and what is your intentions or your works? You know what you was doing or whatever. You said, I'm just storming up out of here, and then you go playing around the corner, and there might be somebody that really is taking a stand and saying, you're not about to treat me like no animal in no cage or no dog in a kennel and make me get out and pee when you say I'm about to get out and walk out this classroom. I'm telling you what I'm about to do right now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna come right back. You see what I'm saying? All right. But these are people like when you get older, if they're trying to restrict us on a certain level, it could get crazy. For me, okay? I know that they want me to go for another sleep study test so they can get accurate, more updated information to penetrate my mind or something like this. So I was just fine. Past couple years, okay, they said I had narcolepsy. I went on medicine for narcolepsy just to help me stay awake during the day so I don't sleep as much. You know what I'm saying? To balance out my sleeping. That's it. It's no big thing, but it is a heavy, it is what they would call a narcotic. So you have to go to the doctor's office and get this medicine, right? Okay. But I noticed that I was trying to get to my doctor or whatever like this or get a doctor. And now they're like, oh no, we can't do it. You got to get a whole new sleep study test or something. That's a lot of money. Well, I got insurance, but I think I still have it. You know, I would have to do all that stuff all over again. But I know deep down in my heart that they just want to get another. And I don't know what they got from that. That could be the reason why somebody had access to my mental. I don't know. Maybe a specialist knows what these people could have gotten. You know, I heard that girl Unpack doing a video one day and said, oh, y'all better stay away from those sleep study tests because they be taking your brain pattern and doing X, Y, and Z with it. So this also let me know that these people have something to do with when it comes to my files. Because God already showed me who I could trust and who I can't, or who's involved in who. God showed me who's involved. I won't go there yet and say who I can trust and who I can't. I feel like he made me do that. Or the God energy in me makes me do that. I showed you the person. They're very familiar, right? They got something to do with this. Now you let me see what you got. Let me see what you could detect on your own from that. You be the judge. You see? So there is something that they could have been taking from this and why they want to do it again. Now, I don't know. There could be some healing complex here. Like somebody feels bad. Maybe they gave the sleep test. I should have came back and get another one or something like this. I don't know. And somebody feel like they messed up something because you never know with these situations here. There could be other people in the building. You get what I'm saying? There could be other people in the building. I be skeptical nowadays of hospitals and people getting rolled out into different departments, into basements, into cars, into places. You know, if you go in there for a procedure or something that you could even be put to sleep for, you just never know. You just never know. Like this is not for any and everybody. Okay? Yeah, somebody could also be claiming something, but this person would be like, if the person married me and I'm a queen, okay? They know everything about me already. They got all the files, they got all the documents. But this person wanted to be the king or the queen. You mean you killed me off and you went off 20 something years ago. You gave me a clone and you went and you married somebody else and had children, or you got with somebody else with a baby mama. Because if this was a Vatican marriage, that means that this shit is forever. So you went and you got with somebody else and you pretended to have a family because it looked better. They could be all light-skinned or something like this. Okay? This could be somebody's situation. It don't have to be mine. It could be somebody else of like a higher status, or you're supposed to be going into a higher level commitment. So anything for 21 years, this is for somebody's situation now. Anything that you're trying to compilate between my friends and family conversation I had, none of that matters. Because you already went and violated the union. Because we're not kings and queens sitting in the palace. We're still in a single family home, in a marriage. So this is almost it's not the same, but it is. So if I found out this, anything you talking about after you did this, or if a parent gave somebody an option on the day of the marriage, hey, let's let you in on the secret. Even if somebody said, hey, Shalonda's not human, she's a robot. I'm just saying something. And we all play around in her energy. She's loaded. It's the tree of life. It's the tree of youth, the fountain of youth. She is the money tree that keeps on giving. It's so much money, you just wouldn't believe how much money is attached to this person. But you can never, the oath of silence or the one eye symbolism or the oath of silence is we can never tell her the truth about what she is, because it's so many people that will go to jail for this shit. Or it's so many people that she would make noise and they will kill her because so many people are involved and there's certain people involved and they don't want to go to jail. Nobody want to tell you that the whole situation of, at some point in time in history, that some industry was built off of a person's wealth that they tried to keep out from sitting at the table. So I'm not one that's coming to knock on the door to sit at the table. That's not mine. I'm saying get the fuck up. You all imposters. You don't belong here. I'm coming in and taking my stuff back. Whatever you had going on is over. All of you can be seen as being in alliance with other nations or foreign nations going against me, even as a being America. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what Donald Trump is saying or nothing like this or who he's protecting. This would be, I have the authority to have these people deported like they did my ancestors for the past more than 400 years. If this was something of a family that latched on to another family or stealing their identity, these people should be getting deported. Who are we asking should be deported? Any person that came here, work hard and got a business or something, they leave people alone and stuff like this just because they Mexican? No. It's Americans that should be getting fucking deported at this point in time. Or people that thought or said or thought they was American or said they was American or Native American or something like this. So some of these people are using Indian heritage. But I was looking at that image of me and my play sister, my fake sister, Sophia, online. And I was looking at that picture, how much she looked like Kamala Harris that night. But they just dyed her skin. I was thinking about what did those people do to me at that hotel that night? And why was Sophia in the Kanika Jenkins footage? This is what I have the images. Okay? So I'm wondering, why is these people in this shit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why? Because even if this was back when I went to Rosemont, the people that I seen her walking with them two young girls is not the same people that she came. That's not the person. I think she came by herself or she came with Kika. That's not who the person came with. So why, even if that was that same day when I invited them up to go out to dinner with me, who was those young girls that she was walking in the hotel lobby with? Those is not the people that she came to sit and just have a drink with me in my hotel room before we went out to eat. That she wasn't with those people. Why? Who were those people? Is this another time? Is the video from years later? What is this talking about? It's preposterous if you really ask me. We got a nice guy here. I think a lot of these people were brainwashed. A lot of these people were brainwashed into thinking something. These are people that have murdered somebody's whole family, like on that tarot movie with Monique in it. These are people that have murdered this could have the heavens or the stars and stuff split. Because they know how somebody really is. And like, how dare you sit there with the people, if this was anybody's situation, their mother, brother, sister, how dare you? Because if Sophie, when this play sister was messing around with my brother, what did they do? Because I had to look at Cash Patel and I'm like, damn, he kind of looking like my brother Keith. Like if they just changed the way he looked a little bit, or I never got to see what his dad looked like. I never got to see what his dad looked like. But there's features of, it's in his eyes. He looked, the Cash Patel energy, I don't know. It looked like my brother in his eyes for some reason. That's what I'm saying. What did these people find out? Even when we talking about the whole Trayvon Martin thing, what was I thinking? If if young Pharaoh kind of remind me of Tyrese, okay, but a little bit, okay, her son. But also I was thinking like I got the Whopper, fuck the Big Mac. I got the Whopper, Rob Base. Want to turn it up? Also, I was hearing something about Black Rob, the Black World card, and then I heard Black Rob. Maybe these are children of these people or something. I'm not sure. But I was thinking, but then I looked again because, like I said, if they cloned Sophia's youngest child once, they could have cloned the person twice. You know, that's why I'm trying to wonder. Was these people coming in as X-Men or demons or something like this to stop something from happening? And that's why they relocated these people? Or did these people do something for a new beginning because people was on to them about something that they did? Are these the women that have set up American women for so long by sending their little sons in to rape and pillage these women and then say, oh, this woman was sexually abusing my child? Their family is a check. Did you really think you was going to try to tie me to that? When these people was working with and for Epstein, and I don't have nothing to do with it, so I'm not going to be the daughter that dies for the sin of the father. Y'all was the one talking about Papa and all this other stuff with these people. So, I had to think about it, and I seen a picture of little Tyrese in my photo thing or whatever, and my daughter, and I think Pukanuk, Nisi's son. So Sophia's son, Nisi's son, and my daughter, they was in a picture with each other. I don't know. I don't know whose house that was with that red wall. I was kind of thinking, was that my grandma's house? But with their windows downstairs. But I really couldn't make out whose house that was that they were at. Okay. And then I looked at that and I'm like, when he was a little boy at this age, at 3 years old, because I told y'all they be swapping them around 3 years old, the person do kind of look like Trayvon Martin. But do you understand what I'm saying? I would not have grown up. It's like somebody, look, coming apart. It's like my reality with these people and the reality that they had away from me. You get what I'm saying? Okay. I think usually this makes people go crazy. I think usually people can't describe it. They can't describe it. It's gonna sound crazy anyways, but they cannot describe it and seem grounded still. Or grounding, I don't like that word because grounded means there's a higher power that's trying to ground you, put you on punishment. Do you understand? Somebody with a conservatorship or some kind of guardianship over you or over a sector or over a nation or something. It's still an oppressive measure. I don't like people don't like to. I can see why those Moapians don't like to use the words, but it's best to just kind of like learn them because yeah, somebody is like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, y'all been able to move stuff with your mind and everything like this. But again, when they want to pull you in that courtroom or they want to snatch one of y'all up and take you out and do something like this, you're gonna need them words again. You unless these ain't real people, you're gonna need them words again when they take your ass up in that courtroom or somebody trying to tell you something or somebody trying to get you arrested or you had to go on trial or something like this. Because being off the grid don't take you off the grid. So you could still probably get arrested and that might even cause more problems for you. You see what I'm saying? So somebody is lying about something here. A lot of this has to do with programming. There's no fighting. Well, I've learned about this. There's no fighting over a man. If I've already exercised how this person was with me and their energy was with me, and then I sense that that person not connected to me no more, and I can see how you talking and maneuvering, and I pinpoint that person's energy with you, I know at that point, there's really nothing I can do. There's no going back and forth with you. You stole my car or my person or my phone and you rebooted it and you put your information in there so it will serve you. I never did that to the person. If somebody gave me these people or if they recruited or they created these people to be around me or live around me to be able to keep a watchful eye because I had a blindfold on. I didn't do that to them. Do you understand? I didn't say, make these people like me. I just was born into a life where this is how it was. It was the Truman Show. You see? Now, you have to account for why. If this is like I come from a techie family. They created robots to be around me. You're going to have to tell me, how did my robot end up in your possession, talking like you? It was a king of pentacles, maybe making money or doing something like this in a business mind, and now he's pimping people out, my children in my nation out, and you're African or foreign or Russian or foreign or something like this, and just because you're dark skinned. That's why I don't like when people just be like, ooh, another black woman, ooh, let's give it up for this black woman. You don't know who the fuck that is. You were sitting here worried about the Mexicans coming to do your job, but they do other kind of work, and they actually work harder than black people. So, do you get what I'm saying? Okay, maybe that could have got you, again, bilingual. Maybe this got you out of some positions. But if you really fucking think about it, who else was here that looked like you that got you out your motherfucking jobs and got a whole bunch of American Indians and all these other motherfuckers? Because when you seen somebody coming in as the daughter of the chieftain, you didn't pick me. You picked Janice Unpacked. Again, a German, African, somebody else that's being supported by Russia, or somebody else that supports otherworldly black people, not really America. They like to have a hold of America. They'll put her up on a pedestal and make her think that everything is okay. And yeah, my eye is on you, but you will see eventually that they fuck with these people longer and harder because that's their people. Russia, China, Africa is the same fucking thing. They included in the same damn thing. The same landmass. It's only two. And now they saying it's only one now. So maybe that's what somebody is saying. It's only one. Okay? It could be after these people get put out, or if they found some kind of way, or they have a dirty heart or a black heart. That means that most of these people got kicked out of here because they had malice or something in the Truman Show. And they had to go because of their jealousy or envy or something like this, or strife, or whatever they were trying to say. Remember upstairs when we seen all that stuff, people is raging. Somebody is raging. Now remember, if they have a clone of you, this person could be doing drugs, partying, walking around in the streets naked. It could be doing anything. And then they said, okay, we're about to finish you. We're not going to have to worry about no legal thing. We already prepared this. And somebody just put a compilation of stuff that clone was out there doing when they was mind controlling that clone to make it seem like you're doing this and you can't be that. But that's where you fucked up at. The truth is always going to prevail. So them holding me back from being able to maneuver, if this is something that's going on in this county, okay, if this county has an underground or something like this, and they're using these people that's skilled from this area to do something to me or make it seem like something, right? They needed me to stay here for these 4 years so they could knock me down. They've been planting drugs in my house. With FISA court, if you read about this stuff a little bit more, the same people that's judging you are the same people that can have access to your home on the premises and take pictures of things in your home and bring it in for the court. It's the same people that want you out. It's the same foreign intelligence. So say today I fall asleep, somebody put something in my drink at McDonald's, they pay somebody $1,000. Hey man, I can't have nobody in here, my boss. No, the person just gonna hide in the bathroom. When this person come or whatever, we're gonna put something in the drink, and then, or I'll pay you $1,000 to put that in that person's drink. Don't say nothing. I mean, the person gonna have a heart. She don't never go to the hospital and get a report or nothing like this. We made sure that the people that do it for her, if they notice that we do this and they're collecting samples, because this person has to be restricted for this much time or something. Somebody was saying that you had to be in like a restriction, like you had to be in like some kind of observation, or how like quarantine, okay? While the person is in quarantine, it could just been a facade just to make it so you live a limited life source for a certain a muted limited life, so that they can do this, okay? And so I go home at night, I fall asleep, I don't think nothing about it. I wake up the next day and I can feel the energy raging. Or in the tarot community, people talking about, ooh, somebody be having sex with kids or something. And then you start doing a reading and it start coming out in your reading too. And then you start getting like, not flashes of the thing happening, but you start getting energy like, I know ain't nobody trying to say that Dang, when I woke up, my earring was it was on the floor. When I woke up, my sock was off, and when I fell asleep, it was on. When I woke up, I had, like, my daughter came and asked me one day, "Oh, Mom, when I woke up, I don't like it. My underwear was twisted up a little bit, and I don't remember, and I don't do this kind of stuff in front of my child, so I don't rub off this kind of thing on her." You see what I'm saying? These type of speculations, I'll lower my voice or wait until somebody's not in the room, if I can catch it, right? So, and she's not a mimicky person anyway. So I take what she's saying, to a certain extent here, okay? Um, what do I want to say? So, there was nothing else. She just said, my pants was like twisted or whatever. That could be something that happened when somebody was asleep. You know what I'm saying? Something like this, okay? All right? But I do notice that she lost the little lock thing that she keeps on the back of her door. And I was just telling my person, like, we need to order another one. Because she has she got a little lock thing on her door, but somebody can stick anything in there and just twist that thing and open it right up. So, but she had something on her door. She put it on there every night. So even if somebody did unlock that, they can't open the door. It's like something that you should put on your hotel room door or something. So that if somebody do get the key and slide it, they will still get that door jam. So they can't come in. Okay. It's like a tool that people probably do use those at a hotel. I don't know. I don't know if you can or whatever. But I was telling him we need to order a new one. I don't like it off of there. If she brought it to my attention, I don't like it off of there, just get a new one. Because people in your household could be programmed. They could also be just down and out. I noticed that one of my daughter from out of town asked one of my other daughters for some finances, and then the other daughter, and these two, well, my one daughter should be fine, but the other one ain't really, gotten it like that right now no more. So it's like, I know what somebody's trying to do. They're trying to dwindle down that daughter that was, doing really well for herself, dwindle down the father, dwindle me down, and then whatever. Okay? So you have to think about these kind of patterns. What is using another person then? Because somebody seemed to be doing very well. And they could be just doing very well because they do very well. But there could also be an attachment on that person. It shows you who's being favored by some type of demon or something at the time. Now, can that demon enter into this house and fuck with me? I don't know. I don't think so, but, there could be some precautions I probably need to take. I don't know where these people go when they leave here. All right? Yeah, I feel like somebody can't manifest something on you or me no more because somebody is in a mature zone here. Somebody can't manipulate the situation or use their brain power. This could be who they saying, oh, the person is only a boy. Okay, this could be this energy here. All right, a lot of this stuff is people just messing with mechanisms behind the scenes. But I don't just jump up and hooray and all the rave. Oh, did you see what you call? Oh, she was looking good. Cause I'm feeling what I'm feeling is true. A lot of these people, they are of these more African tribes or something like this. These other Zulu nation, all this other shit. Now, they could have been connected, but they could have been I could have been the source for these people secretly feeding off of me and my family or in a community or something like this. And now somebody like, okay, fill the sky with stars. They're trying to get like maybe two more American breeds or America and China or America and India or something like this. They're trying to do something else now. But, you know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all, always think about this. Go to any other country and see America is so different. For a while, it was the only country, and I feel like a lot of rappers was pissed off at me when I said this and tried to curse me back then, right? But it's a little bit deeper. No other place in the world can you go and hear their women being represented and shown in footage with them singing the song like, "Yeah, you a fat ass, you a fat booty bitch. Come sit on it," and the girl just like, "Yeah," and bouncing it and just do no other. The disrespect is real, like. I don't really see that much of that kind of music no more that much, but think about that. This is the only place you could go, but then you have to think about it. Was those our men? Was that, what is this? Because you're not going to China and they talking about the women like that. You probably ain't even going to Africa and they talking about it like that. I don't even think like Latino music, I don't think that they even that Yeah, they're gonna have some nice looking girls with some nice bodies and stuff like this, and low riders back in the day in their videos. But I talk about the wording, and it be the most popularized version of music across the lands. Maybe people have music like this, but it's hidden. It's like little underground stuff. Nobody don't really bring it out. But if they don't, you know what I'm saying? But in America, no, it was the most popularized something. And then they blamed it on the record labels. Well, okay, because then people started thinking a little deeper. What about the record labels? Boom, boom, boom. But how about if the dark energies that always been in Hollywood, like Saudi energy and also African energy behind spirituality, heavily behind bringing, allegedly bringing the Catholic religion into America, Africa. That's why I feel like parents be like, "What?" When you hear your children listen to Justin Bieber and shit like this, and then I'm just using what I was hearing when my children was growing up, and then all of a sudden they listening to some like gutter rap. 9 times out of 10, either their interest change or they hanging around with me. You might want to ask them who you been hanging around with now, or your child gone. What you got is what came from underneath. I'm going to a party. Yeah. You notice all those people, all those movies, like not like Get Out, but all those movies like Us. The child, the original children or the underground child that want to take the other child's spot usually doesn't come introduce themselves at the house like, hey, do you have a child here or whatever? I live around the corner. I just wanted to ride bikes. I was wondering if I could meet your son and start playing with him. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And that's what I was saying too. Somebody trying to blame you for everything, but what's the use to having monsters if I can't use them? What's the use to having men or minute men, or what do you call them, the people that stand around guards or something like this, if I'm not using them? If people being able to run up on me or do stuff weird in my house and set me up, this is why the immunity is a part of the birthright. I don't have to go to no court and you just need to know who I am. I don't have to go to no court and say, see, now give me the immunity. The immunity is all throughout the life, because anybody was compiling this trash and blaspheming the Holy Spirit throughout my whole life. Look, I said, this is a conflict of interest. If you could really look, you will see that all these people have some kind of advancement or something off of our relationship. It's a conflict of interest. Now the real person is standing up. Okay. Now, again, I was thinking that, damn, am I sure that they didn't have something in my likeness over there in the UK growing up? So maybe one day if somebody did pass away, I would have an opportunity that they did something to this person. Did you think that that was the one? And this is really the one, and I'm still standing? Like, I don't know what this is. Because somebody's like, oh, it's always you or something. Like, that's what I'm saying. I knew I was living this life. I don't want to do no social media queen shit. I want the real damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these people been doing. Okay? So somebody could even be having love on the brain energy. Somebody wants this nice guy. This could be another female here. They might have short hair. Okay, these are the island people could maybe even have a short heraldry or something like this in some parts. I don't think that they were so severe. I know I was watching a documentary in the islands when somebody was going into like a house where there's records of families and stuff like this, but it was not like really protected very well. Like the scrolls was like out in the open, like air can get to like it wasn't really protected really well. And I was just wondering if somebody else lost their heraldry and they wanted to scalp me and wear mine, because that's what I'm telling you about scalping season and scalping. Yeah, they show us the physical implement of scalping, like, oh, people cutting off people's scalp and then wearing it or walking around with it. But this was also talking about legal binding documents, birth certificates, paperwork, things that is like confidential information being taken to go and go into something with that person's identity. So even that's why I told y'all when we go back to family trees and shit, all this is gonna be to dust. All these people is bragging like, oh, you ain't got your family tree together, or look at my family tree. And then they find out that ain't even your daddy, or that ain't even your mama, or you was an orphanum kid, or you was one of them foundlings that came in on a train, or something like this. But again, at the end of the day, if you find out who you are, it might be something more beneficial than what you came from. Or you might find out that you was this more beneficial and the family knew it all the time. And instead of telling you the truth about who you are, they just consumed everything that you are and left you out of it. All right? So yeah, this could be something what somebody did, again, when it wasn't real love, when you was younger with somebody here. A Queen of Cups. No, Queen of, what is she? The Queen of Swords. What is this? The Ice Queen. All right? You was not an ice queen, or maybe this person was with somebody when you met this person already, and this was not real love that they had with this person, you know. But we have the ice queen, or somebody is not an ice prince. But I'm telling you, somebody can kiss. If somebody is sat there and watched from overseas me go through this process, and you knew we were supposed to be the ones together, and you over there with them that was doing something without me, and you notice my fucking crown, don't try that shit with me. You see what I'm saying? Because this could be somebody saying this wasn't love. It was all about you. But I told you, okay, even if you could bring up a secret to this person, that's an illegitimate king. Do you see what I'm saying? This is a usurper or something. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if you had the person over there for 20 or 30 years instead of me. It's not the rightful person. I'm the rightful heir to the fucking throne. So it doesn't matter what you're telling me that you told this person. You are not a proper person. You went against the queen, and you're over here discussing my private details as my ladies in waiting with my king or with my prince or whatever this is, what this would have been. You're no longer, you're illegitimate at this point. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody's in their north node. It doesn't matter. It just shows how desperate you were to try to ruin me, to take my stuff. Like, this is like Legally Blonde or something over here. Like, I mean, it's just showing your hands. Somebody could have said you was an ice queen, but they might have seen you with this person or something, or with somebody else, and they didn't see this. Oh, this person has always been a bitch or something like this. They didn't see this. And this person knows that there's some kind of awakening or something that somebody did not go through. Okay? All right? And we got, somebody got this letter here. Maybe they got some dis-ease or something. This could be somebody of a bloodline, but their heraldry is shorter. This could be a younger person. All right? They could have blamed you for doing something or giving them something, but it could be this unbothered energy here. I told you, I remember one time when I was listening to this girl, Unbothered, we'll just call her that for short. My person was like, oh, why you listen to that girl? She reminded me of this bitch called such and such at school, and she used to annoy the hell out of me. I couldn't stand her or whatever. And I'm like, why you saying it like that? Dang. So this could be also, like I said, 7th grade. I don't know. Somebody could have lied about them being a virgin. I don't know, y'all. In somebody's case, okay? Or 7-year itch. I don't know. Somebody's finding out who the culprit is here. All right? And there's somebody else here that don't have protection. There could be 2 people. Somebody could have trusted somebody. Oh, just go mess with that person. She fine, or look, she got a music career. She could. None of these people. It's a really for real. Most of these people is not gonna be no real. I wouldn't even waste my time with the first record if it was like that. I would just not do it, because I would just know that that's just not my thing originally. Now somebody can make you. If they say I'll make you a star, what do that take sometimes with some of these people? Because that's the product. I just would not even do it. I'll just say, yeah, forget it. Let me change. Sometimes it's best just to change whatever it is you're doing. Some of these people thought that they was going to ride on somebody else's energy or use a famous person's intellectual property. Okay, they could have found a ranking that was higher than stars as like a handler or something. And then they got access to somebody's intellectual property and thought they was going to ride this on into the future as like one of the best rappers or singers or something. And that's not what's happening. All right? Because that wasn't just a divine masculine. This could have been a galactic being or something higher. All right? Also, we got something about some type of imprisonment here. Somebody could be finding their way a little bit. All right? Because you could have been booed up with this person. See See, booed up. It keep on coming up in, but like I said, this could be the third version of the same person. Okay, number one. Okay, by the time you was all booed up and cuddled up and kissing up with this person, that might not have been real love. That could have been putting on the Ritz or putting on the show. Okay. Or like I said, this look like an older man with a younger girl. This could be somebody that got a young girl. They booed up, but it's not real love. And I feel like this real God energy, or this is the giant right here that knows that he got a string of himself out there, and he's finding out. No, I'm gonna take hold of my like masters or my property or something like this. I don't know what this person is doing. Okay. The green eyes is gone. Maybe somebody was dealing with you with jealousy. Mm-hmm.
I have a lemon pepper and hot honey broth
Mm-hmm.
waiting for you
Why?
with fries
Why?
because I'm not hungry anymore.
Oh, you got it delivered? I thought you was gonna have me go pick it up. Mm. Um. Yeah, this person could be working to get somebody out of prison. Okay, 29 years or something. Somebody could have been in prison, or they're saying that you were in prison. This could also be to dirty up somebody's something, but I don't ever recall going to prison or something like this. Hold on, wait, you about to get on the thing.